Hi, my name is David Rippy. I am a certified hypnotherapist. I help this client unlock several past lives by placing them in a super hypnotic state. The recording starts at the end of the hypnotic induction. A hypnotic induction is where I use proprietary techniques to place them in the proper state to bring out the most details and clarity on the lives they share. This interesting client recounts a life in India where she had access to secret knowledge and information in a book that was handed down for generations. She also discussed a life afterward where she has an arranged marriage where her father moves them from India to Pakistan, which was more conducive at the time to their Islamic leanings. In fantastic detail, she describes how she passed in that life and how her spirit remained as long as possible through her struggling with deep burns for 7 days onto her funeral. I hope you enjoy, and please leave comments and subscribe to my channel, David Rippy, as there'll be more recordings coming out. Thank you. Allowing yourself to drift down, feeling your body lighting up more and more this golden light. Feeling all these great things going on in your mind. Allowing yourself to hear my voice as you drift down deeper and deeper. Feeling all the red areas disappear. Seeing the golden light lighting up all these areas that were red before. And your brain and mind feel so bathed with this golden light. Feeling it heal all the areas that have hurt. Feeling all the tension drain away. As you allow your shoulders just to relax. Your legs feel so relaxed. And your arms feel so good. And you can feel this sense of energy coming up and down as you see this light gathering around the heart and shooting it out in all parts of your body. And it's almost like we're in a golden blanket. You can feel the power of the light. And as you drift down deeper and deeper, you're not falling asleep. You can hear all my words. And you're not falling asleep. You can hear all my words. And you're drifting down deeper and deeper. Allow yourself to hear my words. Feeling all the pain disappear. And as you're drifting down deeper and deeper, we're beginning to get closer and closer down to the base. This is such a large tree. We're still about 100 feet off the ground, but we're coming down so slowly, so gently. And at the base of this tree is this beautiful purple flame. And we can feel the golden light doing its healing. And as we drift down closer and closer, down deeper and deeper, we can feel this purple flame sort of on the underside of the bubble, and it feels so good inside, so relaxing. And we can begin to feel this purple energy coming up through our shoulders and our back, through our legs, through our calves, feeling it in our mind, in our neck, and feeling this golden light, this purple light in our mind's eye. You can see them working together in concert, kind of even boosting the golden light a little more with the purple. And you can feel it lighting up your cells, and it's such a pretty, pretty mix of colors. You see the purple light, you see the golden light, divinely working its way all over your body, healing all that hurts. Feeling your mind, feeling so relaxed, feeling so stress-free as you allow yourself to drift down. Deeper and deeper, feeling all the relaxation as it comes over your body. Feeling all the red areas disappear, all the knots, all the tension. Feeling everything just relax. As you continue to drift down deeper and deeper. Allowing yourself just to let go. And enjoy your journey as you drift down, down, down. You can feel the purple light coming into the thing more, feeling it warming you up. Not uncomfortable, just feeling just perfect. Feeling so relaxed. You can feel your golden bubbly and drifting closer and closer to this beautiful purple flame. And it's so magical and so immortal and so powerful that you can feel its energy helping you in your healing. You can feel the purple and the golden light mixing together. Magnifying the power the golden light brought in. So you're drifting down, down, down. As we count down to 1, you can feel yourself feeling so relaxed inside. As you allow yourself just to continue to drift down, allowing yourself in your mind's eye to enjoy the ride. And as we get closer down toward the purple flame, we're going to begin to feel this golden bubble start to drift away, a little bit away from the tree, wanting to explore new things. And you feel it begin to drift away. We're probably about 25, maybe 30 feet off the ground for right now. And next thing you're going to feel the bubble gently drifting away from the tree. And you feel so relaxed, and it's going so nice and slow that you're just enjoying the ride wherever it wants to take you. So you're drifting down deeper and deeper. And as you drift along above the away from the tree, you begin to feel yourself drifting over this beautiful field of flowers. And as you drift farther over this beautiful field of flowers, it pretty much stretches as far as the mind's eye can see. And you begin to feel, it's not dusk anymore, you're starting to begin to feel kind of like this golden light coming in, almost like there's a whole sun over these fields. Very light and mild. It's not blinding, but it feels so good inside. It's almost like you just went outside and felt the sun's rays on your body. And as you drift along above this beautiful field of flowers, as I count from 3 down to 1, you're going to be able to feel the images getting brighter and brighter. And you feel so relaxed and all the pain is gone. Your headache is gone and you feel so relaxed. As you can feel the golden light continue to heal the concussions. You can begin to feel it still working its way on the knot and on the neck. Feeling it coming down through the shoulders. Feeling your arms just so limp and so relaxed. And as we count down to 2, you're continuing to drift above this beautiful field of flowers, and you feel like it's just such a gentle little breeze you're on. It's so relaxing and just kind of drifting along. And as we count down to 1, you're beginning to see the images open up more. And in your mind's eye, you begin to make out below you. You can make out and kind of feel the flowers you might be floating above, what types, what colors. And you're drifting down deeper and deeper. And maybe you're only floating 3 or 4 or 5 feet, maybe 10 feet above the flowers. But I want you just to drift along. And as you drift down deeper and deeper, you can begin to feel the images open up even more. Bringing more clarity to you, and you feel so relaxed. You feel so good and secure inside as you drift along deeper and deeper. And I want you just to visualize your mind's eye and just take your time. And just continue to float along feeling so relaxed and feeling so protected and so safe. And your body feels so good inside. Probably the best it's felt in such a long time as you drift down, 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 deeper and deeper. Feeling yourself just letting go. Hearing my voice, not falling asleep, but just enjoying the journey and seeing in your mind's eye the beautiful field of flowers below you. And as you drift down deeper and deeper, I want you to tell me, can you see any flowers below you?
Yes.
Okay, and kind of describe them to me. What are they? What do you think they are?
They're blue. They're purple and pink.
Oh, pretty.
A few that are blue, but I'm not sure the names of them.
Okay. And how far above the flowers do you feel you're floating?
2 or 3 feet.
Okay, I want you to continue to enjoy the journey. Continue to float along, feeling so good inside. And as you drift down deeper and deeper, you're becoming more and more relaxed. And you feel so comfortable and so fun and so peaceful inside. And you just allow yourself to enjoy the journey. Enjoy the visuals that you float above. And you feel that golden light still coming in. And you allow yourself just to feel it on your whole skin. To where you can feel it all over your whole skin, almost like you're almost wearing a golden suit of light. So you can feel it sort of melding with your skin, and it feels so protective. And not only protective, but it feels so good. It's almost like putting a golden light band on your whole body. So you can just feel it feeling so good inside. You can feel your scalp. And the scalp feels so relaxed with the golden light coming down. And it feels so good. You don't even know it's there. Well, it's like your skin. But there's this golden light of power all around you where you're glowing. And as you drift along above the field of flowers, I want you to drift down deeper and deeper, feeling more and more relaxed. As you allow yourself to sink down, 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 sinking down deeper and deeper. And as you go along the field of flowers, you're just going so gently, feeling like you can't see them in your mind's eye, but you just feel you're being guided along, almost like divine or angelic hands helping you along in this beautiful little pod, like a driverless little pod you're in, feeling so good inside, feeling so safe as you drift over this beautiful field of flowers. And as you're drifting along, you're sinking down deeper and deeper, feeling yourself just letting go, allowing yourself just to take the moment all to yourself and just relax. Feel yourself getting so comfortable. Feeling all the tension drain away. Feeling your mind, your scalp, and your hair, and everything feeling so relaxed. And feeling your shoulders relax and your neck, and all the knot has disappeared. All the headache is gone, your brain and mind feels so bathed with this golden healing light that you allow it to continue to relax you. And you feel your feet, your ankles, your calves, through your thighs, up through your back, and feeling yourself sinking down, 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 deeper and deeper. And as you sink down, I want you to continue to drift along above this beautiful field of flowers. In your mind's eye, you can see the beautiful purple and pink flowers. The very pretty little blue ones as you just drift along. And you feel so relaxed, like this is the most relaxing ride you've ever been on. And it just feels so good. And as you drift along, sinking down deeper and deeper, I want us to keep going all the way down until we get closer to the end of this field of flowers. And as I count from 3 down to 1, we're going to continue to drift all along above this beautiful field so slowly. And as I count to 2, we're getting closer and closer to the end. And as I count down to 1, we see ourselves drifting over this beautiful green grassy field. And it's not, it's very peaceful and so relaxing. It's almost like as relaxing as the flowers. It's just the end and something new. So I want you to just drift along this beautiful field. It's very short grass. There's no bugs. There's no nothing. It just looks so inviting to walk in though. And as you drift along this beautiful green grassy fields, you're drifting down deeper and deeper, feeling more and more relaxed. As you still feel this golden light coming in, continuing to light your skin up, and all the cells in your mind's eye are glowing with this golden light. And you can feel the immortal energy coming through you. You feel all the stress and all the anxiety melt away, just drift away, because you feel so immortal inside. You feel so confident, so secure in the future, and feeling so happy inside that you're aware of your immortality. And you feel all the areas in your mind, the areas of the brain that might have got a little affected by the concussions. You can feel all that healing now. You can see the new glial cells forming in your mind, like this beautiful starry nebula with new cross connections coming in. And in your mind's eye, you're observing all the healing taking place. You can feel the energy coming into your mind and your neck, feeling it relax the shoulders, and feeling your mind and body just bathed in this beautiful golden healing light, taking away all the pain, all the stress, all the fear, just all ebbing away as you drift down deeper and deeper. And the deeper you drift down, the more intense this energy feels. It feels like it's stronger, but it's not too overwhelming because you're still relaxed. But you can feel it maybe being amped up a little bit to where you feel the mind healing even better. You can feel the knot even more relaxed. And you can feel your spinal cord from your neck and your shoulders, your scalp, all the way down your back. You can feel it all along, all the golden light healing the vertebra, taking away all the pain, allowing your body just to sink down deeper and deeper, feeling more and more relaxed, not falling asleep, hearing my voice. And we're going to drift along above this beautiful green field. And as you drift along so slowly and gently, we're going to begin to take this pod, we're going to bring it down closer and closer to the grass. This beautiful, nice, clean grass. And we're going to float the pod about a foot above the grass. You're going to just lay there in the pod feeling so relaxed. In your mind's eye, you can feel this beautiful energy all around you. And we're going to have the pod about a foot off the ground. And can you see the pod in your mind's eye?
Yes.
Okay, good. I want you just to float there, right there. Feeling so relaxed and feeling so good inside. And you feel this golden suit on now. And you're feeling so good and so relaxed. And what we're going to see is we're going to see this side of this pod door open up. It's going to be like kind of like a hatch you might see on a golden pod or a spaceship of some sort. So I want you to lay in the pod, and I count from 3 to 1. We're going to begin to feel yourself sitting up gently, not on your chair you're in now, but your mind's eye. You're just gently sitting up, feeling a little bit more energetic, feeling this beautiful golden suit on, and as you feel in your mind's eye, you can feel how comfortable it is. So when I count to 1, we're going to get closer and closer to the door, and I'm going to count down to 2, and you're going to feel yourself getting closer and closer to the door. And I'm going to kind of guide you on this journey. So when I count to 1, you're going to see my hand come in to kind of help you out. Is that okay?
Yes.
So I'm going to have open up the pod door, and you're going to be able to get up. And I want you to reach my hand in. You're going to grab my hand, my arm, and I'm going to gently let you walk down. It's like one little golden step. And you're going to step down, and you're going to step in the grass with your feet. And it's a very comfortable grass you're on, very nice. The sun's still coming down, and you can kind of feel your golden suit on you. And I'm going to walk about 5, 6, 10, well, about 10 feet away from you maybe. And I want you just to stand there, and the beautiful field of flowers is behind us. We're in this beautiful grassy field. I want you to look ahead, and you're not going to really notice much yet. It's still going to look like a grassy field, okay? But I want you to tell me, what does it look like you're wearing? Maybe hold your arm out or look down at your feet. What do you see?
Sandals similar to what I own now, but more old-fashioned, if that makes sense.
Okay, so it looks like you have sandals on?
Yeah.
Okay. Now what we're going to do is, that sounds comfortable, what we're going to do is I'm going to count from 3 to 1. I'm going to be over to your right, and I count down from 3. You're drifting down deeper and deeper. And we're going to walk slowly in the field, just to get a feel for it with our feet in our sandals. So I'm going to count down to 2. And I want you to just kind of walk gently ahead. I'm going to be over to your right, so I'm here. You have plenty of protection, plus you have your golden suit on. As I count down to 1, you're going to walk, and your mind, you're going to open up more and more. And as I'm continuing to get closer and closer, we're walking just really slowly ahead. And you're walking in your sandals. And what we're going to see in front of us is huge, beautiful, translucent screens going to appear in front of us now. And it's going to be so large, it almost looks like you're stepping into a whole other world or something, but it's translucent. So we're going to be about 20 feet from the screen, and we're going to begin to walk toward it. Can we do that?
Yes.
Okay, I want you to walk slowly in your sandals toward the screen. And I want you to look over to your right. Can you see me over there?
Yes, but you're like different, if that makes sense.
That's fine. That's fine. Well, that's okay. So I might not look like I do now, but describe what you see. What do you see? Or what am I wearing?
A robe.
All right, so I have a robe on.
It's
And
light gray, almost whitish.
okay, it's kind of a light gray or whitish, okay. And what is my hair? What color is my hair?
Silver.
So do I look older?
Yeah, maybe I'm not seeing you. Maybe I'm seeing something else.
Well, you could be seeing, that's right. I want you to just continue to stand there. And we're going to have that screen farther away. Now, maybe, and you don't know, we all come in different disguises, but, so I want you to look over, how long is this person with silver hair?
How long?
How long is her hair?
Like in between the shoulder blades.
Okay. So let's just kind of concentrate on that, and I want you to look in your mind's eye. And can you see their eyes? If they look at you, what color are their eyes?
Blue. But like a dull blue.
Kind of like a light blue, kind of a dullish blue, okay. And how tall do they look compared to you?
A lot taller.
So they look a lot taller?
Mm-hmm.
Okay. Well, let's continue to drift down deeper and deeper. We're going to walk closer and closer toward this huge screen. So I want you just to relax. You have your golden suit on. And you have your sandals on now. As I want you to walk closer to the screen. Walk really slowly, and I want you to stop about 3 feet in front of it. And the person with the robe on is going to kind of go over to the screen about 10 feet away from you as well. And I want you to kind of like stand in front of the screen in your mind's eye. I want you to drift down deeper and deeper. And as you're standing there by the screen, can you still see your sandals when you look down?
Yes.
Good. Well, I want you to stand right by the screen. And when I count from 3 down to 1, we're going to walk toward the screen and we're going to go right through it. Is that okay?
Yes.
Be very safe. I don't want you to stand there. So I'm going to count down to 2, and you got your right arm out in front of you, and you're going to go right through the screen from 2 to 1. Now you're going through the screen, and now you're going to stand on the other side of that screen. And walk forward about 3 feet from the back of the screen. And I want you to stand there and just relax, and I want you to drift down deeper and deeper. And I want you to tell me when you drift down, do you still have the same sandals on your feet?
No, they're different.
Okay, now can you describe those to me? What color are they?
They are like a light brown almost. The tops of the sandals are made of rope.
Okay, so the top of the sandals are made of rope, okay. Now, I want you to count down. I'm going to count down from 3 down to 2 to 1. And when I get to 1, I want you to tell me what you're wearing, describe your outfit. 3, images are getting clearer and clearer. 2, clearer and clearer. You begin to see who you are. 1, I want you to tell me what the person's wearing. What are you wearing?
It's like this white cotton, probably. I don't want to say toga, but like rope, like a rope, but it's not a long rope. It's short. It kind of goes to about my knees.
Okay, now do you have a belt on or anything?
Yeah,
Okay, and what's that made of?
that's also made of rope.
Okay, so you have, and what color is your outfit again?
It's white, but
Oh.
like a beige, I guess.
Okay, and I want you to describe your hair. What color is it?
It's brown.
Okay, now I want you to look at yourself. Are you female in this life?
No, I'm male.
Okay, you are male in this life, and how tall are you roughly? Give or take.
5'7" roughly.
Okay, now look at your skin. What color is your skin?
Like olive.
Okay, so you have olive skin, okay. Now I want you to drift down deeper and deeper, feeling more and more relaxed. And I want you to kind of take in all the images are going to get clearer and clearer. You'll have a better idea as we go forward as you drift down deeper and deeper. And each time we drift down deeper and deeper, I want you to go forward a little bit and just kind of look around and tell me, I want you to continue to walk. What kind of surface are you walking on right now?
It's sandy.
Okay, it feels sandy underneath your feet. Is there water nearby or not?
No.
There's not? Okay. So I want you to drift down deeper and deeper. You're feeling more and more relaxed. And as you drift down, I want you in your mind's eye, it's almost like letters coming across a screen. I want you to tell me, where do you think you are? What country are you in? What would it start with?
two things came up. It was interesting.
Okay, well, don't analyze it. Just tell me what you see. No, that's all right. Just relax, drift down, but analyze and tell me what you see. What do you see? Don't analyze it.
It was two things were Jerusalem and Hebrew.
Okay, well, that's fine. Well, I want you to drift down deeper and deeper, getting more and more relaxed. Allowing yourself to drift down deeper and deeper. And each time you drift down in your mind's eye, this person's going to become a little more familiar. You'll start to remember a few more things about them. And I want you to drift down deeper and deeper. And as you drift down deeper and deeper, I want you to take me to the edge of maybe that town or that village. I want you to tell me what it looks like. Can you describe it or go up near the main street? And before we do that, I want you to see, can you look over to the right? Do you see the person with the silver hair still?
No.
Okay, now I'm going to come into the image for you. And I'm going to stand over to your right side because I want to help you on this journey as we go forward. So I'll kind of see what you're seeing. But I want you to look over to your right. Do you see me now?
Yes.
Okay, now how do I look now?
I think I might be overthinking it.
Okay, don't overthink, just relax. Allow yourself to drift down. Deeper and deeper. Well, in your mind's eye, you're going to see a Y or an N. I want you to visualize that. And was that person in the robe and the silver hair, was that me or was that somebody else? Was that a spirit guide of yours?
It was someone else, yeah.
Okay. So does it feel like maybe they watch you, and yes or no?
Yes.
Okay. And have they been with you in more than one life, yes or no?
Yes.
Okay. Now, I want you to drift down deeper and deeper, relax more and more. And will that spirit guide come with us on this journey? Or do you want to just kind of stay invisible for now? What feels easier for you? Just to know he's there but not have to see him?
Yeah.
All right, well, I want you to concentrate on yourself, and I want you to drift down deeper and deeper. You're just drifting down deeper and deeper. And you mentioned in your mind you thought Jerusalem came up. And yes or no, do you think you knew something, or would you live in Jerusalem?
Yes.
Okay, I want you to drift down deeper and deeper. And as you're drifting down, I want you just to walk closer and closer. And I want you to relax more and more and allow your mind's eye just to open up. You don't have to question what you're seeing. You're going to see images begin to form in your mind of another time and another past. And as you see yourself in your outfit, you can see yourself what you look like. And as you're gazing at yourself, seeing what you look like, and you're drifting down deeper and deeper, and the images are getting clearer and clearer. And as you drift down deeper and deeper, and what color is this? What color are your eyes?
Brown.
Okay, now I want you to think about it. We want to look just for a first letter of a name. Just drift down. You don't have to analyze it. But what letter would pop in your mind first if you had to think of your first name?
The first letter is A.
All right, we have an A. And what's the second? What does it feel like?
N.
All right, A, M. And you're not, you're just relaxing. Drifting down. And do you see your name yet? Or what would be the third letter if you don't see your name?
I keep wanting to say Andrew.
All right, so it feels like Andrew. That's fine. So as you're drifting down deeper and deeper, you can see yourself.
I think think Andrew's wrong though. It feels wrong. That's what comes up, but it feels wrong.
Okay, well, let's drift down deeper and deeper. And that's good to know. So you know it's something like that, but it's not maybe, is it in a different language like Hebrew maybe or not?
Yes.
Is that why it feels different?
Yeah.
Do you feel the English equivalent might have been Andrew? Is that what it feels like?
Yeah.
Like maybe it's not quite said, it's not said the same way in Hebrew, but it feels like it means Andrew. Is that what you feel?
Yes.
Okay, well, I want you to drift down deeper and deeper, feeling more and more relaxed. And as you see that individual, we'll just say his name's Andrew now. We won't try to come up with the equivalent being Hebrew, and that's why we don't quite see it. Is that what you think?
I think so, yeah.
Okay. Now, if we had to look at it in Hebrew in your mind's eye, you're standing there, and maybe somebody calls out your name. Did you have any brothers or sisters in that life?
No.
Okay. Can you see your parents in your mind's eye if you had to think about it for a minute? Can you see your mother and father at all in your mind's eye?
I see a woman figure, but
Not a man figure? Okay.
yeah.
Now, when you look at this woman, yes or no, does that seem like it's your mother?
No.
Does it feel like somebody else, or were you maybe given up at birth, or you just don't know who your parents were?
I think the last one. I don't think I knew who my parents
You
were.
know who your parents were, okay? Well, let's look at this woman that came into thing. Was this somebody you were associated with, or who is this woman?
I think it's another person who's been with me.
Okay, could this feel like a wife?
No, more like a spirit guide.
Okay, so we have a woman guide that seems like a spirit guide, okay. Now let's just look at her for a moment. Just kind of relax, drifting down deeper and deeper. Does she have a name? If you see a letter that might be, you might remember that you would call her or ask for her, what was her first letter or name?
I think it's Henrietta.
Okay, good. So you think her name might be Henrietta. Now looking at this woman, is this somebody that's been with you in other lives too, do you feel? Somebody you're familiar with for more than just one life? What does it think? What does it feel like?
Yes, I think so. She seems very familiar.
Okay, good. Well, I want you to drift down. And I want you just to let go and just kind of visualize that in your mind. You know, Henrietta, the spirit guide. And tell me more about the individual with the blue eyes and the silver hair. Did he seem like an old spirit guide to you?
Yeah. Well,
Or what do you think?
no, I think it was. Well, more like a god or an angel of some sort.
Okay, well, I want you to drift down deeper and deeper. So did that individual feel very powerful to you?
Yeah, but also very like calming and just like a knowing.
Okay. So I understand. So you just feel like maybe they were probably like what you might call a ascended master, or somebody just really is so calming to you. You feel their energy. Is that correct?
Yeah.
Now, can I bring that spirit guide up closer to you, the silver-haired individual, the man?
Sure.
I'd like him to come all the way up to you where you are now. And I want him to look you in your eyes, and you look in his eyes. And tell me what kind of energy you feel from him. What does it feel like? What do you see in your mind?
It's feels like a very, like love, if that makes sense. Like a
Okay.
very powerful, calming, like a nurturing almost.
Okay. Good. So it feels very good to have around you. Is that right?
Yes.
So you would say, hey, if this guy wants to follow me anywhere, that's cool.
Yeah.
I understand. Well, let's go back and look at that Henrietta again. What can you tell me about her? I want her to come up to you and look in your eyes. And what does her energy feel like? What do you see in her eyes?
Powerful.
So she feels powerful, good. Does she not seem quite as evolved as the other individual? Like the other one, you just feel so much older or not?
Yeah, she's not as evolved.
I see. Okay, good. So I want you to relax as you drift down deeper and deeper. And you feel your name was what again?
Andrew.
Okay, well, I want you to drift down deeper and deeper. And you mentioned you felt you were what, in Jerusalem? Does it feel like that, or what do you feel?
Yeah, I want to say someplace like that.
Okay, so I want you to drift down deeper and deeper. And what, if we had to look at just a year in your mind, I want to see it like in black letters or black numbers. And as you drift down deeper and deeper, what year does this feel like? If you had to look at if we knew what the counters we have today, what year would show up in your mind, roughly, do you think? Or what century are we in?
1768. I don't think that makes sense.
Well, no, Jerusalem was still around then. So, do you feel like you might have been Jerusalem maybe in the 1700s? Does that feel right, yes or no?
Yes.
All right, good. And you said 68. You came out for the specific year.
Mm-hmm.
Do you feel 1768 AD, or is this BC? How old does this time period feel to you? What does it look like in the town?
It feels very, very old, but I am not sure whether it's...
Well, okay, let's just do this. I want you to drift down deeper and deeper and kind of remember you're looking at yourself. You remember what Henrietta looks like. You remember what the other spirit man looks like. Was there a name you would call the silver-haired being? What name would you call for him? If you had to say his name, what did it start with?
C.
Okay, C. What would be the second letter?
I think I need to regroup because I think I'm overanalyzing things.
All right, well, don't do that. Just relax. Just allow yourself to drift down. Don't think. Just allow yourself to relax. Was that letter an H?
Yeah.
Okay, I want you just to drift down deeper and deeper. More and more relaxed. And the things you think you're seeing, you don't have to analyze, just relax. Oh, wait, if it pops in your mind, you thought it was Christ, maybe it was, you don't know. But I want you to drift down deeper and deeper. And, maybe he had silver hair. We don't know what color hair he had, really. I don't think anybody does. But in your mind, yes or no, could that have been Christ by any chance?
Yes.
Okay. Well, I want you to drift down deeper and deeper. And I want him to come up to you. Can we do that? And I want him to put I want you to take his hand in yours. He's going to hold out both his hands and put your hands in his. And I want you to drift down deeper and deeper. And I want you to tell me, what does that energy feel like when he touches your hands? What do you feel?
Love.
Okay, you feel love. So in your mind's eye, did that feel like Jesus to you? or a Christ-like figure that reminds you of Jesus? And don't overanalyze, just whatever, yes or no, what comes to your mind.
A Christ-like figure.
So he was like a Christ-like figure, good. I want you to drift down deeper and deeper. Just relax, allowing yourself to let go. And tell me about yourself as Andrew. What did you do for a living in that life? Do you remember?
Farming?
So you did some farming, okay. And what did you grow? Do you remember what did you grow? Crops, animals, what?
Animals.
Okay, what kind of animals?
Like goats. And like milking goats and... yeah.
Okay, so milking goats. And how many goats did you have to herd, or how many did you watch after? How many would you say roughly?
Yeah, like a herd, I guess. Like 5 or 7.
So you could see them in your mind. Was the herds bigger sometimes than other years, and it changed and all that?
Yeah, it changed.
Now, when you're seeing yourself right now, and after we just met what you thought was this Christ-like figure, was that a Christ-like figure that has come to you in other lives you've had, like on the other side, or where?
Oh, what do you...
Or did you know him in that life as a physical being, or was it only as a spirit guide in that life, the Christ-like figure? Like, could you see him like you could see yourself, or is that because he's more in your mind's eye, or was he an actual figure that you might have known back then?
I think both.
So would other people have seen him like you saw him, with silver hair or not?
No.
So you could kind of see him yourself. So other people might not have seen him, but you've known him from the other side. Is that correct?
Yes.
Okay. Is that the same with Henriette also, or did you know her physically in that life?
No, I think I met her in a later life, but she's here with me now.
Okay. So she's come to you occasionally. Do either of these figures ever come to your dreams now? You ever remember seeing them in your dreams, yes or no?
No, however, I do recognize the name Henrietta from when I did a Reiki session, mediation session with my practitioner.
Okay, so that name has come up before for you, okay.
Yes.
Well, I want you to drift down deeper and deeper, feeling more and more relaxed. So you were a sheep herder, and how old were you in that life as you see yourself when you first came in? How old were you roughly?
Like 28.
How old?
28.
All right,
Yeah.
so you're about 28 years old. Now, were you married in that life or not?
Yes.
Okay, I want you to look at yourself in that life, and I want you to picture your wife in that life. And I want you to picture her and kind of look at her and kind of remember her. And I want you to drift down deeper and deeper. And her name and her appearance is becoming more clear and clear to you. And describe to me what she looks like. What is she wearing?
I'm having trouble visualizing things.
Okay, that's fine, but you do remember you were married, is that correct?
Yes.
Okay. Now, in your mind's eye, do you see what letter her name, or do you hear it in your mind? What would her first name, or what would her name be, do you think? If you had to see a letter in your mind's eye, what letter would that be?
H.
Okay, so you think her name started with an H, right?
Mm-hmm.
So I want you to drift down deeper and deeper. And do you see a second letter?
A name popped up before, but I forget it now.
Well, that's okay. Let's let's say that you see yourself as Andrew. You're saying her name. And you're starting to hear the name in your mind. You would call her out. Just kind of relax and see what comes to your mind. Do you see yourself calling her name?
Yeah.
And what did it sound like, sort of? Give me a rough idea.
Helena?
So like Helena, does that feel good?
Yeah.
Okay, good. And did you have a happy marriage?
Yeah.
All right, good. Did you ever have children with her? Do you see any children in your mind? Or do you feel that you might have had them?
No, she couldn't have children for some reason.
Okay, so she couldn't have children. But you had a nice life. Can you take me to where you lived?
Yeah, it's like a hut type thing.
All right, so I want you to picture it in your mind's eye. Let's say you're standing outside of it. So you're standing outside of this hut, and what does it look like if you had to just look at it? Did it have any windows or not? What was it made out of? What do you remember?
It's made of wood.
Okay, did you have a lot of trees nearby, or you don't remember? Or do you remember?
No, there weren't a lot of trees nearby.
So how did you have yours made out of wood?
Well, I'm seeing like a lot of I'm seeing a fence where the goats are. And
Okay.
it's like sometimes it was very, very dry, and I think that's why I was thinking sandy.
So it was very dry, okay. Now, do you still feel like you're out in the Middle East, or is it definitely Jerusalem, yes or no?
In Middle East, yes.
All right, you feel Middle East. Now, was it definitely Jerusalem, or just something that started with a J?
I think we traveled back and forth.
All right, so you've been to Jerusalem, and what is the name of your town? Do you remember? Or did you live in Jerusalem? Or did you live in another town?
I think I lived in another town, but I don't know the name.
Okay. Now, in your mind's eye, how would you get from that town to Jerusalem? How did you get there? What was your mode of transportation? Do you remember?
It's like walking.
So you feel like you walked everywhere?
Yeah.
Okay. Now, as you're walking, I want you to picture that journey. How long would it take you to get from your town to Jerusalem, roughly, if you had to walk? What does it feel like? How many miles do you think that was?
Miles?
If you had to see in your mind's eye, like some miles came in your head, how far is that?
I think I don't know miles, but it took like 2 days.
So it'd be like a 2-day journey, is that correct?
Yes.
Okay. Now, I want you to visualize that journey. Did you go on that by yourself a lot, or did you have other people go with you?
Other people went.
So as a bunch of people left your village to go to Jerusalem, is that correct?
Yes.
And did you bring things to trade, or is that why you made the trip?
Yeah. Well, I'm not sure if to trade, but people are carrying things like I guess baskets with things in them, and the goats are coming.
Okay. Now, did you get things from in Jerusalem that you couldn't get in your village, and that's why you went there to do that? And did you trade goats? Do you remember? Or sell goats, or what'd you do?
Yeah, I think. Well, no, it seems like we needed to leave for some reason.
Now tell me about that. Why'd you have to leave?
I know I'm safe now, but I think at the time we weren't safe.
You weren't safe, is that what you said?
Yeah.
Okay. So you remember back that you felt like you needed to leave your village because it wasn't safe anymore, is that what you're saying?
Yeah.
Was there a lot of people that left your village with you to go to Jerusalem?
Yes.
Okay. And did it feel like what? You'd have more protection in Jerusalem? Is that why or what?
I don't know if it's more protection, but there was definitely a purpose.
Okay. Well, let's look at that year again. What year was that again, roughly in your mind?
1768?
Okay. Now, that was AD, is that correct? Or was that BC? If you had,
I lean more towards BC.
all right, so it feels like it was earlier. And was this before Jesus Christ, yes or no?
Yes.
Okay. So you feel it was, when you look at it, did it seem very, very like early 1700 BC, 1768? Is that what you're telling me?
Yeah, it seems very old.
Okay. Now, you're walking along. Did you leave your wife back at the village while you went to trade, or did she come with you?
She came with me.
All right, so it was about, how long was the journey again? How long did it take?
Roughly 2 days.
All right, I want to also ask you this. You don't remember the name of your town, but I want you to picture a letter. Like if somebody said the name of the town, what would be that first letter? What would it feel like? Just take your time, relax. What does it feel like to you?
T.
All right, you feel like it started with a T, okay. And what would that second letter have been? What do you think you see in your mind?
An H?
You said an H?
Yeah.
Okay, well that's okay, just relax. You're drifting down deeper and deeper, feeling the images opening up more and more. So if you had to picture a third letter, what would that letter be?
E.
Okay. Now do you see the name of the town yet, or do we have to want to go for the fourth letter? We have T-H-E. What would the fourth one be?
I want to say S. I think it's another word in Hebrew.
Right. Well, that makes sense. But if you had to say like an English equivalent, it would be an S. Is that correct?
Mm-hmm.
All right, that's T-H-E-S. What would be the fifth? What do you think if you just had to see in your mind?
I want to say I.
Okay. So almost in your mind's eye, you almost see this T-H-E-S-I. T-H-E-S-I. Is that what you see? Or is that what you feel? What do you feel about it?
That's what I feel. I don't see it. That's what I feel.
All right, good. Now, can you feel a sixth letter? If we have T-H-E-S-I, what would it feel like? Like how many other letters were there, do you think?
It seems like a long name.
So it seems pretty darn long.
Yeah.
Okay. But you're pretty sure you guys were making the trek to Jerusalem, is that correct?
Yes.
Okay. Now, I want you to continue to drift down deeper and deeper. And as I count from 3 down to 1, I want you to get closer and closer to Jerusalem. The long 2-day journey and walk is over. And you're at the gates, or you're outside of the town, however it looks. And I count from 3 to 2 to 1. I want you to start to walk down through the town and to kind of describe what you see around you. What do you see or feel?
There's a market.
All right, can you hear it? Can you smell anything at the market? You don't see smells or anything?
No.
Okay, why don't you just relax and drift down? I want you to walk through the town. You feel the market. Is it pretty busy?
It's kind of
What would you?
like oddly, not necessarily deserted, but I guess we're coming in before it's opened up, maybe.
So you feel like you might have got there before a bunch of others showed up?
Mhm.
Before, so you got there kind of at the start of it, is that correct?
Yes.
So you're one of the first ones there, okay. What time of year was this, do you think? What comes to your mind? What was the weather like?
It's the end of summer.
The end of summer, so what did it feel like?
Hot.
Okay, was it hot? Now what about water? Where did you carry water in so you could make that 2-day journey? Do you remember?
It looks like kind of like a gourd.
Okay, so you think you had some gourds with some water in it? Do you see yourself drinking out of one? Can you see that in your mind?
Yeah.
Good. So you feel yourself relaxing. You went there to trade, and you were about how old again, roughly?
Like older 20s.
All right, so older 20s, gotcha. And you feel it was roughly what year again?
1768.
And that number keeps coming to you, doesn't it? So it feels pretty good, doesn't it?
Yeah.
So I want you to drift down deeper and deeper, getting more relaxed. And allow yourself just to enjoy the visuals of the village. You're going to go through Jerusalem. And do you see yourself at 40?
No.
Okay, I want you to go back, and I want you to go back a little bit. Do you see yourself at 30?
Yes.
Okay, good. I want you to relax. Do you see yourself at 35?
I think that might be the year I die.
Say it again.
I think I might have died at 35.
Okay, well, I don't want you. You're not going to get emotional. You're just going to drift down. We're just observing that life. And the images are getting clearer and clearer, but you're not going to get emotional. You're only observing. And I want you to drift down. And the memories of how you passed are going to come to you clearer and clearer, but you're not getting involved. You're not getting emotional. And tell me how you died. What do you remember?
I'm sitting, or kind of like hunched over on the path that we used to travel to go back and forth.
Okay. And you're hunched over. And why are you hunched over?
I look like I'm in pain or sick.
Okay, well, I want you to look at yourself, and we're just observing. We're not carrying any of the pain. We're not carrying any of the trauma from that life. We're just observing. And I want you to tell me about that. What do you think it was? Was it something you ate, or what do you think it was? Could it have been an appendix, but you didn't know what it was at the time, or what does it feel like?
It's definitely something in the abdomen region, because that I'm like holding that area.
So you're holding that area, and what side of your stomach or abdomen are you holding?
The left.
So you're holding the left side of your abdomen. Now, yes or no, does it feel like it's like an appendix, or does it feel like a stomach rupture? What was it? What did you learn?
Yeah, more like my stomach.
Or it was more like your stomach. And in your mind's eye, I want you to continue to watch yourself and tell me about that scene. Were there other people around you? Who was with you at the time?
My wife is there, but I think the other people have left us.
So let me see, you're on the side of the road, and the other ones, and your wife stayed with you, is that correct?
Yes.
And you think the other ones just kept walking ahead? And,
Yeah.
And what did you tell them to go ahead? They just didn't want to stop. You were going to catch up later if you felt better. Is that how it was going to work?
Yeah, I told them to go ahead.
And then you would catch up or something if you
Yeah.
could?
Yeah.
Okay. Now, in your mind's eye at that time, at age 35, and that's how old you were, is that correct?
Yes, that feels right.
Now, your wife's with you, and what is she doing? Describe how her composure was at the time.
She is kind of crouching in front of me.
Mm-hmm.
Definitely concerned.
Uh-huh.
Oh, she's wiping my forehead.
She's rubbing your forehead?
Yeah, wiping it with like she had taken some of the water and
Okay.
put it on there.
Nice. And what did you feel at that moment? Take me up, and we're not getting emotional. Your wife's helping you.
Mm-hmm.
I want you to take me right up to your moment of death and tell me what happened next. What do you remember? What do you see?
I'm not feeling it, but I know there's a lot of pain.
Okay. Now, did you see yourself come out of your body or not? What do you remember? Like, did you die and watch the scene afterward, or what?
Yeah.
Tell me about when you died. Tell me what you saw your wife doing and everything else. Tell me what happened.
She's weeping.
But how was your body positioned at this time?
I'm lying down.
Okay.
Kind of like I had, I was sweating a lot.
Okay. And can you see your body lying there? Are your eyes open or are they closed at this time?
I can't fully see it, but like I can't tell if my eyes are open or closed, but
Mm-hmm. And your wife is weeping. What else? Like, how long did you lay there? How did you get moved from there? What happened?
like after I died.
Yes. Like, say you're lying there, your wife's crying at your side.
Mm-hmm.
Okay? Take me to that scene. How long did your wife stay there with your body, and who came to find you?
She stayed for a while and then went to get someone.
So where did she go? Did she have to walk to Jerusalem by herself, or what?
Yeah.
Now, what was closer? Was she closer? Were you closer to Jerusalem, like you already walked a day and a half before you died, or what?
Yeah. And I think the whatever I died from had started on like over the course of the walk and got worse.
I see. And it was your stomach. Now, when you passed away, did they ever know what the cause? Did you ever find out what the cause of that was, like scientifically more? Was it a rupture? Was it poison? Was it bacteria? What killed you? What do you remember? We know it was your stomach, but what killed the stomach? It killed you.
It wasn't poison. That doesn't feel right. Every time you've mentioned rupture, that feels right.
So you might have had a rupture, and I think it's called peritonitis or something, where it leaked into your bloodstream and killed you or something. Did you feel like you had a fever on that road trip? Do you remember that?
Yeah, because I was like sweating, but like I noticed a lot of sweat on me.
Okay, so you saw yourself sweating. So your stomach was what, hurting like hell right before you died?
Yeah.
Okay. So your wife went and got help. I want you to visualize that. Did you walk with her as a ghost back to Jerusalem, or how did you do it? Or did you stay with your body? Where did you go? Did you follow her into the Jerusalem or not?
I think so, yes.
You think you followed her over there, and you left your body behind?
I followed her shortly to the top of the hill and then went back to my body.
Okay. So you follow her to the top of the hill to make sure she can make it. Is that correct?
Yes.
Because what? Beyond the hill was the village, Jerusalem down in the distance? So you felt pretty sure she'd make it.
Yeah.
Correct? Now, when you stayed with your body, how long did you have to stay with your body before they came and got you? Like, was it half a day or how long? What feels like it?
I want to say half a day.
So it wasn't super long because it was a heck of a trip by foot, correct?
Right.
Okay. So they came and got you, and I want you to visualize that. Were you a ghost by your body till they came? And you wanted to make sure they took you? Is that why you stay with your body?
I think so, yes.
What? Say it again.
Oh, sorry. I think so, yes. Wait.
Well,
I don't think I ever saw them come, though. I think that's why it's confusing. Like, I think I waited half a day, but I don't
think you stayed the whole time?
I don't think I stayed the whole time, no.
All right, well, okay, good to remember. I want you just to drift down deeper and deeper. And I want you to go to that moment while you were there waiting by your body before they got to you. And did somebody, I want you to think hard. Did somebody come for you? Did a spirit guide come for you, or somebody come for you and say, let's go, you're dead?
Yeah.
All right, tell me who came for you. Who was it? What do they look like? What do you remember? Maybe you can't see them.
No, I can't see them.
Well, that's okay. Well, I should kind of think, and maybe think, was it somebody that you related to that might have died before you? Or was it a spirit guide that's with you a lot of different lives? Or what does it feel like? What kind of presence came for you to help you?
It felt a little scary.
Okay, well, let's look at that a little bit. So you were a ghost, correct?
Yeah.
You're by your body. And then somebody came and it felt scary. Is that what you're telling me?
Yeah, but mostly like an uncertainty.
Right, because you weren't really sure who was coming.
Right.
And it felt very strange being dead, correct?
Yeah, because it wasn't somebody I recognized.
I see. So that's what, okay, well, that makes sense. So somebody came, but you didn't recognize them as a ghost. Is that correct?
Right.
Now, did you eventually recognize them, and that's why it felt okay to go with them, or tell me how that worked out? When did you finally feel comfortable enough to say, this presence doesn't bother me that much, or did you never have that and somebody else came? I mean, tell me about that presence. What does it feel like? First, you didn't recognize them and you were uncertain.
Right.
And then go forward from there, and then tell me what happened. Tell me what you felt after that.
There's hesitation, but the presence felt safe enough to go with. Like, it wasn't... I think I wanted to wait for my wife to come back. I think that's the hesitation.
Okay, because you wanted to see her again?
Yeah.
Because you missed her?
I think I wanted
Or you
to
wanted
make
to say
sure she
goodbye.
was okay.
Make sure she's okay and kind of wonder what's going to happen to her, right?
Right.
So that's why you had some hesitation also. You were concerned about your wife and how she was even going to get back to the village, I guess, right?
Mm-hmm.
But you decided you didn't stay and you left with this presence instead. Is that correct?
Yes, that feels right.
Because you felt like maybe your wife would be okay and you just went on. Is that right?
Yes. Ultimately, I decided that, yeah.
Okay. Now, after you went with the presence, did you follow him? Did he grab your hand? Or how did you know where to go? How did he direct you out of the desert? What do you remember?
Yeah, my hand.
All right, so he had your hand. And how did his energy feel when you first felt his hand? How did it feel as a ghost having the presence hold your hand? What did you feel?
Like, I want to say neutral, but that doesn't feel right.
Okay.
Or...
like it felt safe enough, but nothing amazing.
Yeah.
Like it just felt like you're still holding somebody's hand, but not too amazing.
Right.
So it wasn't like the silver-haired gentleman earlier.
No.
Not that kind of feeling. Okay. Now I want you to drift down and kind of remember the events, and you can see it in your mind's eye. What did the presence look like to you? And how did you see yourself as a ghost? Let's look at that first. Do you remember what you looked like as a ghost?
I'm blue.
You're blue, okay. And were you glowing, or did you have a body shape, or what?
No real body shape.
So out in the desert, as you were standing there or floating there by your body, is that correct? Or were you don't have? You said you don't have a body shape, or what do you remember?
It's like I can't fully see my features, but there is a body shape, if that makes sense.
Okay. Did you still have 2 arms and 2 legs?
Yes.
You did, okay. What about the presents? What did they have? How'd they look? Now, what color were they? What do you remember?
I don't.
Okay, but you do remember they've held your hand, is that correct?
Yeah.
So your ghost hand held their hand. Did their hand look like yours, a little different, or what do you remember? Was it bigger, smaller, what do you remember?
It was bigger.
So were they a bigger presence than you as a ghost at that time?
Yeah.
Okay, so they seemed what? Twice your size maybe, or what? A little bit less?
A little bit less than twice, yeah.
But pretty darn big, is that correct compared to you?
Yeah, that feels right now, yeah.
Okay, good. So I want you to just relax and kind of remember that presence. You might not be able to see them too well, but you kind of remember sort of the details. And I want you to go there. And where do they go next? Take me to where you go next. Where do you go when you leave the desert? And what do you remember? Just kind of describe it to me when you let it clear for you.
I'm not sure where we are, but there's like other people there. Well, not people, but other spirits there.
Okay.
And I think it's like a council.
Okay, I want you to just relax, drifting down. So do you feel this presence that came for you in the desert? Do you feel they took you in front of like a council of other spirits?
Of other beings, yeah.
Okay, well, let's look at that a little bit. I want you just to relax deeper and deeper. And I count from 3 down to 1. Things will become clearer and clearer. And you're going to remember more and more of this event. 3, 2, 1. And I want you, in your mind's eye, you're in front of this council. And tell me how many beings you think there are in front of this council. How many beings on this council?
4 or 5.
Okay, kind of look at them again. You're staring straight ahead at them. I want you to count them from left to right. Does it feel like 4 or 5?
4.
All right, so you see 4 beings. Gotcha.
The 5th is the spirit that had come to to bring me.
Okay, good. So that makes sense. Now, looking at those 4, what color do they glow? What colors are they giving off? You had to see colors. What colors are they?
One is silver. Well, maybe not silver, but like white.
Okay.
One is blue. One is purple.
Mm-hmm.
2 are purple.
Okay. So you have, let me get this straight. You have 1 white, or whitish silver, is that correct?
Yes.
1 that's blue, correct?
Mm-hmm.
And 2 that are purple, correct?
Yes.
And you have this presence. And what color did they give off?
It's black, and I think that's why I keep fighting it, because I feel like that's wrong.
Oh, well, that's okay. Well, don't fight it. Just relax. Do you feel they had more of a no color, like just a black color?
Yeah.
You feel like that? Okay, well, maybe they did. Who knows? Maybe it was because they were meant to go and just help people on the other side. Does that feel like that?
Yeah.
Do they feel like the type of presence that, if you kind of yes or no in your mind, that maybe you felt uncertain around them because you didn't recognize them, obviously. But does it feel like maybe a presence that would come to help other spirits like you, ghosts, transition to the other side? Maybe was that their job, yes or no?
Yes.
So that's why you maybe felt uncertain at first. You're like, who is this? Right?
Yeah.
They were large, but they gave off more of a black color. They didn't really have a color. Is that correct?
Right.
And you feel that maybe their job or their role is to help other souls that have passed on to go from, like, say, the earth plane over to the spirit plane, and that was their job, to bring you back home. Is that correct?
Yes.
Good. So that's what it feels like, right?
Yeah.
Good. So let's look at these council members. You got a silvery white. Is it more silver or more white?
More white.
Okay, but you have a blue. Is that what color blue is that? Is that a dark blue or what?
It's like a light blue.
Okay, and how dark are the purples?
The one purple's pretty dark. The other one, well, yeah, the other one's more medium to lightish.
Who's in charge?
The darkest purple.
All right, so the darkest purple is in charge. Okay. Now, you're standing in front of the council. You're drifting down deeper and deeper. Do they have any form to their colors? What do you see? What do you think? Do they have features if they want you to see features?
No, I don't think they want me to see the features because they're
Okay.
more orb-like.
So more orb-like. Now, I want you to drift down deeper and deeper. And I want to look at yourself. And what color are you glowing, roughly? What's your primary color?
Blue.
Do you feel blue?
Yeah.
Is it a lighter blue or a darker blue, or what color blue?
Yeah, it's like a lighter blue.
Okay. Do you see any other colors? What other colors are with your blue? Roughly.
Um,
What do you see?
there's little tiny flickers of, I think it's pink.
Well, that's pretty. So it's a pretty color, pretty blue and pink.
Yeah.
So you feel that's a pretty good color for you. Good. Well, as you're drifting down deeper and deeper, let's look at that life you spent with the Hebrew equivalent of Andrew, right?
Yeah.
That was your name. Good. Now, looking at the council members, they're going to telepathically tell us, how do they think you did in that life? Did you pass your soul lessons, or where did you maybe fall short, or where did you do well? What lessons were you working on?
I did not pass everything.
That's okay. So I want you to relax and tell me what lessons you have trouble with.
Patience.
Okay, patience. And what else? What does it feel like? You could say anything, it's okay. What lessons did you have trouble with?
I think I was selfish in that life.
Well, that's okay. We all have those moments. So you feel like maybe you were selfish in that life, you didn't pass patience. And what else do you know about yourself?
I worked hard though. I was a hard worker.
All right, so good. So you were a good provider for your wife?
Yeah.
And you worked hard, is that correct?
Yes.
So you did well with that lesson. What else did you do well with?
Trust.
Good. Like, were what, people trusted you, or what? Or you were, what, how do you mean by trust?
I was very, well, I guess I initially meant I was trusting of others, but I was trusted, or...
Okay. So you felt like people trusted you. Is that correct? Or am I reading that wrong?
I actually think people didn't trust me as much.
Okay, so they did not trust you as much. Was that one of the things you had trouble with in that life, having people trust you?
Yeah.
Okay. Well, that's all right. Now, what else? You thought you were selfish. You thought you didn't pass patience, and maybe people had trouble trusting you. What else? This is how you release all these things. What else? Was there anything else in that life that maybe you felt like, maybe you just didn't do as good as you could have?
Probably compassion.
Okay. So maybe in that life you didn't quite feel as compassionate. Okay.
I was compassionate for my wife, but not others.
I see. So you cared about her, correct?
Yes.
Okay. And, but others, you kind of put you and her first. Is that right?
Yeah.
Okay. Well, I want you to drift down deeper and deeper. And does the council have anything else to say to you for this life? What are they going to say to us? Give me an idea what they're going to say. if you could hear their words, what are they saying?
They're explaining to me about another life to make up, like to learn things.
Okay. So they'd like you to take another life to go over some of these lessons again?
Yeah.
Okay, and what are your thoughts on that?
I am initially not thrilled.
Okay. And did you argue your points like, wait a minute, I want to review this more, or what are your thoughts? Or were they a little too powerful to get in their face too much?
Yeah, it was more of a internal. I was not thrilled, but
They knew better than to raise too much hell in front of them?
Right, yeah.
Is that how it felt at the time? Because you just felt they were just too powerful to mess with. Is that correct? Or how would you put it into words?
Yeah, I guess it was like an authority thing.
Okay.
And I guess in that life, I didn't really, I couldn't stand up to authority well either.
And did they tell you that? Or were they more impressed with your independent nature?
Yeah, I think they were. The last thing you said seems right.
Okay. So you felt they were authoritative, so you were not going to debate them too much. Is that correct?
Right, yes.
Okay. Now, yes or no, I want you to look at the council. Does the council know who I am?
Yes.
Have I worked with them before, yes or no? Do they feel like they know me?
Yes.
Okay. Now, is it okay if I come to your council right now and talk to them for a moment? Would they be okay with that?
Yes.
Okay. Well, I just want to say this. I want to appreciate and thank them for letting me come and kind of view this council meeting. And let's go forward a little bit farther. And as you're drifting down deeper and deeper, I want to thank them. And I want you to go to where you would go next. Where do you go after this council meeting? Where do you go next?
I don't know. It's like a...
What does it feel like?
It's like a bubble.
All right, so I want you to just relax. And how big is this bubble, you think? Do you remember?
It's like encompassing me.
Okay. Well, I want you to relax and drift down. And why do you feel like you're in a bubble?
I feel like I'm going to my next life.
Okay. Now let me ask you this, just like you were floating the golden bubble earlier today, before we came to this life. Now, do you feel like you're almost going into another type bubble before you come down into another life?
Yeah.
All right, good. I want you to drift down deeper and deeper. And as you come down in this bubble, and you feel you're coming down into another life, I want you to continue to relax, allow yourself to drift down deeper and deeper. And then I want you to tell me what you see when you come into this next life. What does it feel like to you? Where do you feel you are? What do you look like in this life? Or maybe you can't see yourself. What does it feel like?
Yeah, I can't see myself, but
What do you feel? What's coming to you word-wise or memory-wise?
interesting. Anger?
Say it again.
Anger.
Are you feeling anger? Okay. Well, I want you just to relax more and more. And do you feel like you're male or female in this life?
I'm female in this life.
Okay, you feel like you're female, and I want you to stand there and kind of look around, just relax. And see if you can look down at your shoes or feet. Tell me, do you have any shoes on?
Not right now.
All right, you're barefoot, I guess? Or you just have your shoes off for now? Or you're
I think I just have my shoes off.
Okay. Well, I want you to relax. You're drifting down deeper and deeper. Do you feel you're female? And at this scene you're seeing now, how old do you think you are in this scene?
I'm like a teenager.
All right, you're like a teenager. You feel a little bit of anger. And why are you feeling anger? Why do you think you're feeling angry? What caused your anger?
We're moving.
Okay, well that's fine. You're moving. And are you moving away from friends and stuff, and that's really got you upset, or what?
I think so, yeah.
All right, well, I want you to drift down deeper and deeper. And you see yourself as a teenager. I want you to visualize where you're moving from. Do you remember the name? I want you to think very lightly, in your mind. What country do you think you're in? If you had to pick a letter, what would it be? Or two letters?
What came up was India.
Okay, well, I want you to relax, drift down deeper and deeper, and that's okay. Now, you see yourself as a teenager. I want you to drift down deeper and deeper. The images are getting clearer and clearer. And you're seeing yourself as a teenager in India. You said you were female. Can you describe what you're wearing? What do you remember wearing at that time when you were mad? Maybe you don't see it, but you kind of remember what kind of clothes you wear. What was your favorite outfits?
I think I'm trying to think too intellectually.
Okay, why don't you just relax and drift down deeper and deeper. And all you do is let go and just describe what you see in your mind, and don't even analyze it. Just, if it's something strange, something different, something foreign to you, I want you just to relax and drift down deeper and deeper. And let's look at the town you're in. What letter would that start with? If you had to pick a letter in your mind, just look at that by itself. If you had to see a letter in your mind, what letter would that be? Or do you see the name, maybe something echoing in your mind? That might be the name of the town. Without analyzing it, just think, relax.
I think the first letter is I.
So maybe an I, okay. Is there a second letter? What would be the second letter in that name of your town?
The Indica.
All right, so it feels almost like something like indica. Okay, well, I want you to drift down and just relax. Now, how far away in your mind, and give me, well, first off, let's do this. I want you to just relax, drifting down deeper and deeper. And if you had to see a year in your mind, what year do you think this would be? Just drift down deeper and deeper. What century would this be in your mind? What does it feel like?
I feel like it. I feel like I don't know. I feel like I skipped something.
That's okay. Like you skipped another life or something?
Yeah.
That's okay. That's fine. It happens. So if you had to skip one, no big deal. Do you think between that life in the Middle East to this life in India, was there more than one life in between there? And then what number pops in your mind? How many lives between that life in the Middle East where you died in your stomach to this life in India? What number pops in your mind as far as lives in between those two? Don't analyze it, just whatever, what number?
I see 3, but I don't know if that's that this is my third life or if it's 3 between.
I see, that's okay. Well, I want you to drift down deeper and deeper. And what year does this feel like? What century does it feel like?
1800s.
All right, so it feels around the 1800s. And if we had to take away the 18 and just look at the last two numbers, excuse me, what two numbers would those be? If we take away the 18, what two numbers come into your mind?
51.
Okay, so it feels like around 1851.
Mhm.
Good, and you see yourself. Now, how far away is this where you're moving? How far away is that from where you're living now?
I think we're leaving the country, which is why I'm angry.
So you feel like you're going to leave India, is that correct?
Yeah.
Okay, and it seems like whoa, how far away is this place, right?
Right.
So where did you leave India for? Do you remember what country did you go to? What did it start with?
P.
It started with a what?
P.
A P, okay. And what country would that be? What will be the next letter?
I think it's the thing that comes to mind is Pakistan.
Okay, good. So you're drifting down deeper and deeper. And what year was it again?
1851.
Okay, and as you're drifting down deeper and deeper, tell me why we're moving to Pakistan. Was this your father's decision?
Yeah.
Okay. And why would you leave where you were living in India to move to Pakistan? What do you do for a living? Or did he lose his job, was looking for something else? What caused you guys to move? Was it a career opportunity? Was it political? Was it religion? What was it?
I think it's religion.
Okay. And what religion were you at that time? Do you remember?
Muslim.
Okay, you're Muslim. Now, were you Muslim living in India and you decided to move to Pakistan? Was it because you felt it was better for your religion, for your family? Is that what your father felt?
I think so, yes.
Okay. Well, as you're drifting down deeper and deeper, and you saw yourself as a teenager, do you see yourself at 20?
Yeah.
Good. Now, were you already in Pakistan at this time?
Yeah.
Okay, now I want you to look around when you're in Pakistan at 20. I want you to relax. You're drifting down deeper and deeper. Did you get married in that life?
Yeah.
Okay, now I want you to kind of look at your husband, kind of look at him. How old were you when you got married?
Young. Oh. I think that's also part of why I was angry.
Okay, and
I think my father had had a conversation with me about it.
okay, about getting married?
Yeah.
Did you want to or not?
No.
And how old are you when you ended up getting married? Do you remember?
I want to say 18.
Okay. Now, did you get married in Pakistan?
Yeah.
You already were moved, is that correct?
Yes.
And you were left India at what, about age 16 roughly?
Yeah.
Or 17 or 16, which one? Or was it 15? How old were you?
I sort of feel like I'm spinning.
You're what?
I sort of feel like I'm spinning.
Okay, I want you to relax and drift down. Just allow yourself to relax. And you're going to feel the spinning coming down to where you're just relaxing. You're allowing yourself to gain stability. And you're going to allow everything to come to a stop. So you're going to continue to drift down. You're going to ignore me sneezing. You're just going to drift down. And you're feeling more and more relaxed. And your mind is just relaxing, enjoying this time. And you're feeling it getting more and more stable. So as I count from 3 down to 2, you're starting to feel the spinning starting to slow down. Slow down. And as I drift down to 1, you're going to feel the spinning coming to a stop. You're just feeling relaxed. You're in Pakistan. You're allowing yourself just to relax and visualize your marriage. And you were younger, you said 18. How old do you think your husband was when you got married, roughly? How old was he in that life?
A couple years older than me.
Okay. Now, was it an arranged marriage, and that's why you felt angry at your father?
Yes.
So did you know this husband before you met him, or did your father arrange it with his father?
No, I did not know him.
Okay, you did not know, so it felt like an arranged marriage, correct?
Yes.
Now, did you end up falling in love with this man, or what was that marriage like?
It was good, but I never loved him romantically.
Okay. But it was a good marriage. He treated you well,
Yes.
right? I presume. Did he treat you pretty well?
Yeah,
But you just
I think
never
so.
but you just never felt totally romantically in love.
Yeah.
Okay. Now, did you have children in that life?
Yes.
Okay, now you might not see them as clearly in your mind, but I want you to say, how many children do you think you had?
3.
Good. Were they all boys, girls, or how'd they mix out?
2 boys, 1 girl.
Good. And were they good kids? Did you like them all, obviously?
Yeah.
Were they fun to play with?
Yeah.
So you had a pretty good family life. You weren't involved. You didn't romantically love your husband, but I guess you cared for him because he gave you these 3 children. Is that correct?
Yes. And he treated me well.
And he treated you well. Okay. So do you see yourself at 30 in that life?
Yeah.
Okay. And are the children getting older?
Yeah.
Do you see yourself at 40 in that life?
No.
Okay, you don't see yourself at 40, okay. And we're not getting emotionally involved. You're just drifting down deeper and deeper. How old were you when you passed away in that life?
38.
You were 38 years old?
Yeah.
Okay. Do you remember what year that was? What year was that roughly? Do you remember the year you died?
No, I don't.
Okay, so you're drifting down deeper and deeper. You're not getting emotionally involved. And why? How did you pass at 38? What took your life? What do you remember? And you're not getting emotionally involved, you're just drifting down.
It seems like an accident of some sort.
Okay, well let's kind of look at that a little bit. And I want you in your mind's eye, try to remember that day when it happened, or that night, whatever it was. And tell me how that accident happened. What was it? What did it feel like? And you're not getting emotionally involved, but just tell me what you remember. What do you remember?
I think it was a fire.
Okay. And we're not getting emotionally involved. And where was this fire? Was this in your house? Or?
Yeah.
Okay, so you feel like your house caught on fire?
Yeah, I think I was cooking.
Mm-hmm.
And the oil spilled that I was using to cook with.
Okay.
And the fire took to it.
Okay, now you're just observing, you're not getting emotionally involved. Did it catch you on fire too? Or did it just burn the whole house down? What happened? Like, how did you die?
Yeah, I got, yeah, I think it caught me on fire too.
All right, let's don't get emotional. We're just going to remember that day. Did it catch your clothes on fire too and burn?
Yeah, it caught my clothes. Yeah.
Okay, now we're not getting emotional as I mentioned, but I want you to go to that moment. Was it really, really painful or what?
Yes.
Okay. So you got burned a large part of your body or just part of it or what?
A large part, yeah.
So you were pretty well burned, is that correct?
Yeah.
Okay, now let's don't get emotionally involved. I want you to go right to your moment of death. Do you see yourself coming out of your body?
Yeah.
Now, did you come out before you were totally passed away because of the pain?
Yes.
So you came out before you were totally dead, is that correct?
Mm-hmm.
And could you see as a ghost when you came out of your body, could you see your body still screaming, or did it fall on the floor, or what happened? Tell me what happened.
I'm seeing me, I'm lying down. I think I didn't burn to death, but the wounds that I suffered from, I wasn't able to heal from.
So how long were you out of your body? Did you stay in your body while you were wounded like that, or were you hurting, or what? Or did you come out and your body was there, but it was too burned up and wounded?
Yeah. The last one.
So you came out of your body. You weren't dead yet, is that correct?
Right.
But
yes.
your body was so burned up and hurt and so wounded that what, you were like in a coma or what? Like when your soul was out of your body, you didn't see yourself talking again, did you?
No, I wasn't talking.
Right. Were you in a coma type state or were you moaning?
I was moaning, yeah. I think it was like a dissociation sort of thing. Like I just couldn't handle it, so.
I got you. So you came out of your body so you didn't have to suffer that pain. Is that correct?
Right.
And how long did you live before you finally passed away of the wounds? A week, a day, a month?
A week.
So you made it about a week. Now, the whole time you were out of your body, were you out of your body that entire week? Or did you go back in and out, or what?
I went back in and out, yeah.
Okay, so you went back in and out, and it went back in and said, holy gosh, this is terrible, this is too hurtful. And you come back out again? Is that how it worked for over that week?
Yeah.
So you didn't stay in your body that entire week. You hung out with your body that was dying of these wounds, correct?
Yes.
And you would go in and out because you were still alive.
I was trying.
You were trying to stay in your body, but was it just too painful?
Yeah.
It just hurt too much?
Yeah.
What was your family doing? Who found you in the kitchen?
My husband.
And what did he do? What do you remember his reactions to? What were his reactions?
He was very upset. He called one of the kids in to help.
Okay, and were your children older, obviously, at this time?
Yeah.
Okay. Was it one of the boys he called in?
Yes.
Did he help carry you? Did your husband and your son help carry you somewhere to a couch or something?
Yeah.
Was it a bed or a couch, or where did they lay you when you're all burnt up?
They laid me on a sort of makeshift bed that they made specifically for me.
Okay, was it on the floor? Was it on a stand, or what was it?
Yeah, it was on the floor, but I wasn't like, they like cushioned it for me.
They cushioned it up for you?
As much as they could, yes.
Okay. Now, and during that, when they set you there, did your spirit or your soul follow them into wherever they laid you?
Yeah.
Because you were not in your body at that time, is that correct?
Yes.
Because it was too painful.
Right.
Right. Now, would your body pass out when they carried you? Was it that painful that your body passed out even though your soul was outside of your body? Like, were you still coherent, or were you screaming, or did you just pass out from the pain?
I passed out from the pain.
So you were passed out, kind of unconscious, you would say?
Yeah.
So you were unconscious when they carried you in from, I presume, your kitchen
Yeah.
into another room. What room did they take you to?
I guess you would call it the family room.
All right, so they carried you into the family room, and they laid you on a makeshift bed on the floor, I presume?
Mm-hmm.
Okay, they made you as comfortable as they could, as you mentioned. And were you standing outside of your body watching them work on your body?
Yeah.
Did your husband call anyone in that might have been like a doctor to help with the wounds?
Yes.
And who did they call in? Did you know this doctor? Was he a family doctor?
It's like a religious doctor.
Did he pray over your body?
Yes.
And did he pray in, did he play in the Pakistani, the religion you were in, the Muslim, was he praying in Arabic?
Yes.
Do you remember? Okay. Now, when you came out of your body and you're watching himself, they called in this doctor who was a religious doctor. Did you see the wounds on your body? Were they just horribly wounded? Or did you just look really, really burnt?
Yeah, really burnt.
Was your face burnt too?
The part of the side of my face where my hair had caught.
Okay, it was on the right side or the left side?
The right side.
Okay. Did it burn your ear too?
Yeah, it was like my jaw and around my ear and my neck.
Were burnt, and it hurt very badly, correct?
Mm-hmm.
Okay. Well, let me ask you this. As you're laying there and you're seeing your body, like you said, you're not getting emotional. Did you live, like we talked about it, did you live 7 days longer, 6 days, 5 days? How much longer after you got burnt?
It was like 5.
So it feels like 5 days. Now, when your body finally died, you could not get back into it. Did you try or not?
I did try.
And how long did you try for?
A while.
Because you did not want to die?
Right.
Did you miss your family?
Yes.
And you wanted to stay with your husband and your children?
Yeah.
So you missed that life, is that correct? Because you were young, you were taken at 38, and it went out in a very fast accident, correct?
Yeah.
So what did you feel in your mind when you couldn't get back in your body and it finally just died of the injuries? What was going on in your heart, your mind? Were you upset?
Yeah, a lot of anguish.
Okay. And you're not getting emotional, as I mentioned. How long did you stay at your house? How long did you stay there after you passed away? And did they have a service for you? Like a funeral?
Yeah, they had a service.
Tell me about the service. What do you remember?
I remember weeping because it was beautiful.
Okay.
I just stood by my family the whole time.
So as a ghost, you stood by your family, correct?
Yes.
Or you stayed by them? Was it a casket, or where did they bury you? And how did they bury you? Were you cremated, or did they put you in the ground, or what happened?
Yeah, yeah, they buried me.
So you weren't cremated. You were buried. Is that correct?
Yes.
Okay. Now, was it a cemetery, or where did they bury you at?
I don't know.
Okay. Let me ask you this. When you passed away as a spirit, you saw your service, correct?
Mm-hmm.
You stood with your family, is that correct?
Yeah.
Did anybody in your family sense your presence when you were there? What were they were obviously probably really upset. Did they sense you standing next to them, or they didn't know?
My daughter did.
And what did she feel? What did she say? How did you know she knew you were there?
I could just tell. She had always been more in tune.
Okay. So she felt very intuitive and very like she couldn't. I presume she couldn't see you as a soul.
No, she couldn't see me, but
Could she feel your energy, or sense you a little bit?
yeah.
Okay. So she had that ability as a child. Do you remember?
Yeah.
So you could always sense that she was a little more unaware, like a little bit of a sixth sense almost.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, that must have been nice. Were you glad she could sense you?
Yeah.
Because you missed her, right?
Yeah.
Okay. So after the funeral and the service, and I presume your family went back home sad. And after your service and after you were buried, who came to get you? Did anyone come to help you on the other side? How did you leave India or leave Pakistan?
It was, I think, actually that they came at the service at the end, so that's why I don't know where I was buried.
I see. Very interesting. So they came to your service, right?
Mm-hmm.
You're standing with your family. Your daughter's sensing mom's around somewhere. And who came for you? Was it a male or female spirit, or who was it? What did you sense? Masculine or feminine energy?
Masculine.
All right, so maybe a masculine spirit came. Did they say it's time to go, or how did you happen to just leave with them? Did you recognize them? Did you know who they were, or were they that same spirit in black again? Was it different this time?
I think it was someone I knew.
Okay. It was a masculine presence you might have known. Could it have been your father or grandfather, or who was it?
Yeah, I think it was my grandfather.
Did you like your grandfather in that life? When you were a
I
child?
don't think I really got a chance to know him.
Interesting. Was he already passed away before you were born, or you were just too young to remember?
He passed away when I was young.
So you didn't remember your grandfather, but he came for you to help you to the other side. Is that what I'm hearing?
Mm-hmm.
That's nice. Now, how did you know it was him, even though you didn't really remember him because you were so young?
Yeah, I did.
You just kind of knew it was him. Is that correct?
Yeah.
And how old were you when he died? How old were you as a child?
I think 3.
So you were very young.
Yeah, that seems right.
So you were very young. Were you glad he came for you? Did you miss him even though you never really knew him?
Yeah, it was very comforting.
Okay, so it felt very comforting. Did he grab your hand also, or how did he lead you to the other side?
Yeah, he took my hand.
Okay. Now he took your hand, he led you away from the service. Did you say goodbye to your family real quick before he left, like hug them?
Yes.
Even though they didn't know you were really hugging them?
Right.
Did you kiss your daughter on her forehead?
I did. And she touched her forehead after.
Really?
Yeah.
So she felt something there.
Yeah.
Wow. What about your boys?
They looked up, but didn't. But I'm not. They. I don't know if they knew really, like what for. If
Wow.
that makes sense.
So you kissed your daughter on your forehead, and she touched her forehead afterward.
Mm-hmm.
So you really felt in that moment that, wow, she knew I just kissed her. Is that correct?
Yeah,
Did she know you were leaving her then?
I think so.
Okay. So your grandfather came, and that was your dad's father or your mother's?
My dad's father.
So it was your dad's father, and he came and took your hand. And I want you to tell me, think back, and where did he take you next? Where did you end up? Where did you go?
There's it's like a field, like a quiet little meadow right up against a line of trees, I guess. And
Okay.
the I think we're walking towards another council.
Okay. Well, I'm going to count from 3 to 1. And each time I count down, your image is going to get clearer and clearer on this council. 3, 2. Images are getting clearer and clearer. 1. And now all of a sudden you're in front of the council. And your eyes are adjusting, your mind's eyes adjusting. And how many council members do we have this time? What does it feel like?
4.
Okay, you have 4. Now, is this the same council as we had before, or is this a different council? How many are on it the same, and how many of them are new? Are they all the same?
I think one is new.
Okay, one is new. And what colors are these council members this time? What do you feel?
2 are blue.
2 are what?
2 are, well, 2 are like a purplish blue.
Okay. And what are the other 2?
The white one was there again.
Let's see which one.
I'm sorry?
Say it again, please.
The white one is there again.
Gotcha, good. So we got the white one there again. We have 2 that are bluish purple.
Yeah, and the one of the bluish purple ones was the one that was blue before.
Oh, so now he's bluish purple?
Mm-hmm.
Very good. So he's evolved some, is that correct?
Yes.
Good. And what's the other one, the 4th one?
That's the deep purple one.
So the deep purple one's back again, is that correct?
Yeah, so the only new one is the other bluish purple one.
I see. Okay. So you have 2 bluish purples. You have the dark purple that was there before and the white one that was there before. Is that correct?
Can you say that again?
You have the white one that was there.
Right.
You have 2 bluish purples. And the blue one is a more evolved because he's showing purple now too, right?
Yes.
And then you have a new one that's bluish purple. Is that correct?
Yes.
And then you have the same dark purple one that ran the last council. Is that correct?
Yes.
Is he in charge of this council again as well?
Yeah.
Okay. Now, let's stand in front of the council, and I want you to think back and drifting down deeper and deeper. And let's discuss this life. How do they think you did in that life as a Pakistani bride? How did you do this time?
They think I did well overall.
Good. So you did well overall.
Mm-hmm.
And did you pass all your lessons, or what lessons did you not pass?
I held on to the anger with my father.
Okay, well that's interesting. So, did you ever forgive your father? Or did you hold on to that anger till you died?
I think I held on to it until I died.
Okay. Because you didn't like the fact that it had to be an arranged marriage and you couldn't find a man you wanted to be romantically in love with. Is that correct?
Yeah, I guess I resented him for that. I was happy with the life I had, but I still longed for what I couldn't have. Does that make sense?
Yeah, like kind of romantic love, right?
Right.
Okay. So you feel you didn't have that. You had everything else, though.
Right.
You felt you got treated well. You had 3 beautiful kids, right? You had a husband that cared about you and tried hard.
Yeah.
But you just didn't feel that spark of romantic love. Is that right?
Mm-hmm.
Okay. So you were kind of mad at your father in that life for that, right? You held on to that anger.
Yeah.
What else did you do in that life that you wish you would have maybe done a little differently? Besides cook with oil. What else maybe would you have changed in that life? Is there anything else that maybe...
I wish I could have worked.
Oh. So you wish you could have had a career of your own?
Yeah.
Some besides being a housewife?
Right.
Some maybe that you would have found fulfilling outside of the children and your marriage?
Mhm.
So what would you have done in that life? What did you like to do that you really didn't get a chance to express yourself? What kind of business would you have? What kind of a career? What would you have done?
I think I wanted to be an artist.
Okay, did you get a chance to paint a little bit or draw when you were married?
A little bit, but it was conflicting because my husband supported me, but the other wifely and motherly duties came first.
Okay. So you wish you could have more time. What did you like to do art-wise? What was your favorite thing to do? Did
Painting.
you like to paint, okay. Did you use what, oils or what color paint? Just different. Did you make your own paint back then or how'd you do it?
Yeah, I enjoyed making my own paint. We had a garden.
Okay, so would you take different things out of the garden and make paint out of them?
Yeah.
Like different color berries and that kind of thing?
Right.
Okay, good. So was it more like a watercolor, not oil?
Yeah.
Or did you mix oil with the berry juice, or how'd you do it?
Yeah, I mixed. I see myself mixing a little bit of oil and flour into the paint to make it a little thicker.
Okay. And how did you color with different things from your garden?
Wait, what do you mean? How did I color?
Did the colors come from different berries or different minerals that you might have ground up, or how did you make your paint?
Yeah, some berries, some flower petals like ground up, and
Okay.
the color like extracted from them.
Nice. And you got the oil like from the flowers ground up and that kind of deal?
Mhm.
Or flowers, okay. So you kind of missed that in that life. You wanted to be more of an artist. You wanted to have more time for that. And what else what else, was there any soul lessons that you took that you didn't pass? Can you name any?
I don't in this life and the last, I don't think the soul lessons have been clear, like what they were.
Okay, so they weren't quite clear. You weren't quite aware of them. Your counsel didn't point out different ones that you didn't do well on, or as you were a soul, did you look at yourself and how did you feel? Besides hanging on to anger against your father, when you crossed over, what else did you? Besides, and you weren't able to paint, or be an artist as much as you wanted to. What else do you regret in that life? Maybe not so much a soul lesson, but was there anything else you regretted besides painting and maybe not holding on to that anger against your father so long? What else in that life? Was everything else kind of fine? Good?
I was resentful for my life ending the way it did.
You didn't feel like you wanted to, did you say that in front of the council? Why did I have to come out that fast? Like I didn't want to die young. I had 3 beautiful children. Why did it have to end? Were you mad at them for that?
Yeah.
Did they tell you that you signed up for that? To pass away to an accident in that life at 38? Did they tell you that?
Yeah.
So you signed up for it, but obviously in that life you didn't remember signing up for that until you got to the other side, then realized you did. Is that correct?
Yeah.
And do you wonder why you ever signed up for that on the other side before you went down to earth? Like, why did I decide to end my life at 38?
Yeah.
Did you ever question why you did that?
Yeah.
And what were the reasoning given you by their counsel? What did they tell you? Was it to share a loss for your husband to understand loss, and your children to understand the loss of a mother? Was that the lesson you had passed away for, so they would get that lesson? They would have that lesson, or what?
Yeah.
What do you think?
I guess that makes sense.
Okay. But you really were never, you were just kind of mad that you died at 38, is that correct?
Yeah.
Did you tell the council that when you were on the other side?
I think it was mostly the way I went that because it was, I think I carried the trauma over.
I see. Now let me ask you this. You carried the trauma of fire, is that correct?
Yeah,
Do you
I think it's the pain.
And the pain. Do you feel that maybe some of this pain has come into this life?
I think so.
Well, let's take that away now. Let's look to remove some of that pain that you may be experiencing in the life you're in now. And I want you to let it know that was just a life. You don't need to carry that pain anymore. And you want to allow that pain to drift away, to not affect you anymore in your subconscious, and to allow the memories of that pain to drift away, and to take the pain in this life that you might have carried forward and just feel it drain away. And you're going to begin to feel that golden suit on again, where all that pain is starting to dissipate. And you're feeling the pain in this life that maybe you weren't always sure why. Why do I have all these ailments in this life? You're letting it feel them all starting to heal. Feel the pain from past lives, the traumas, the phobias, and just the hurt, the pain of fire and burn, which is very bad. You're feeling that all drift away and going away and throbbing away from this DNA in this life. You're feeling that pain starting to dissipate all through your mind. Any of the locked up subconscious memories of that pain fading away. Knowing it was just one life. You don't need to carry it in this life. You don't need to carry anything to make you suffer in this life. And you want to feel all the pain draining away. Feeling yourself becoming whole again. Knowing that was a life in India or Pakistan that, you died young, you died traumatically, and you're allowing all that pain to drift away. Allowing it not to affect you in this life. Can you do that?
Yeah.
I want you to begin to feel that pain drifting away from that life. You're no longer going to carry it and feel it physically in this life. You're not going to lock it up mentally in this life. It's all going to fade away. No, it was just one life of many. And you're going to allow it all to drift away so you don't feel affected by it anymore. Feeling all the pain drift away. Feeling your back and your neck and all your shoulders so relaxed. And I'd like to go back to kind of the reason why you've had a lot of concussions lately. Can you give me any background on that? Why does it feel in this life that, you hit your head more than normal? Why is that? What do you think that's from? And it's okay, just relax. And why do you think that's the reason? What do you think it's from? You just have these accidents and pass out and things like that. What's all that from? Is any of that related to a past life?
I think so.
Okay, what do you feel that's from? Let's just look at it and kind of sit back and relax. Kind of separate yourself and just look objectively at maybe some of the reasons you're having concussions more than normal. And tell me, why is that? What life is that associated with? What do you feel inside? It's okay, just relax. And why is that? What do you feel it's related to? And if I could, you think about that for a moment. I just want to say that you're going to relax more and more. And you're going to quit having concussions in this life. You're going to stop bumping your head. And the reason you are is before it happens, you're going to feel intuitively that you might have to sit down if you so you don't faint anymore in refrigerators and things like that. And you're going to feel intuitively to stop. You're going to stop whatever you're doing if you can. And you're going to relax, and you're going to drift down, and you're going to close your eyes, and you're going to avoid those moments, those little glitches in time. And you're going to leapfrog over that and not have it happen anymore. No more concussions. And it's going to be possible for you to do. You just got to let it sink in. Your subconscious, as you're drifting down deeper and deeper, and we're going to stop having concussions, and we're going to allow the mind to heal. And you're going to feel all the memories coming back. And you're going to feel all your cognitive skills getting stronger and stronger. As in your mind's eye, you can still feel the golden healing light. And at night, when you're resting by yourself, you're going to feel and you're going to allow your crown chakra to open up. You're going to feel this golden light coming down. First bathing your mind in this beautiful healing golden light. And you're going to feel it coming down through your face and your forehead, all the way down to your chest and your neck and your shoulders, down through your stomach, all the way through your hips, all the way down to your feet, coming down your arms and your hands. You're going to allow this golden light to heal you. And if it ever hurts or you have any reddened areas, you're going to see this golden light coming down through your crown chakra. And it's going to be brought down divinely. Divine hands are going to bring it down to you and help you heal. Angels. And I want you to relax and drift down deeper and deeper. And allow yourself not to have any more concussions. You're going to be able to do this. You're going to be able to reset. You're going to intuitively know that if you feel your blood sugar low or you might feel like you're going to pass out, you're going to sit down. And you're not going to take a chance of falling anymore, okay? Can you do that?
Yeah.
And start working toward that. And then when you feel the blood sugar low, you're not going to get up and walk toward the fridge and pass out. That's not going to happen again. Before you get to that stage, you're going to take a snack, whether it's an apple, almonds, nuts, peanut butter, whatever. Banana's good for you. You ought to eat more bananas. And you're going to relax because you need that potassium, you need that minerals in your mind. And at night, you're going to visualize your crown chakra allowing all this golden healing light to come in. And you're going to see in your mind's eye, it's almost like a starry nebula. And you're going to see these nice connections all forming again in your mind. Taking away all the dark and the red areas where you hit your head. And feeling all those heal to where your memories and all your cognitive abilities will come back sharper than ever. Even before you had these head traumas. You're going to feel the healing become so strong and the memories return and school will be easy and you're going to race through it. All the anxiety is going to fade away. You're going to begin to sleep better at night because you're going to feel this new sense of immortality, this sense of calmness and peace. And you're going to allow your mind to rest and not allow events to upset you. And you're going to feel just this inner calm inside. And as you drift down deeper and deeper, you're going to allow yourself to feel this newfound strength, this newfound confidence and not a fear of school or anxiety or relationships, but you're going to feel yourself drifting down and allowing this golden light to heal your mind. So when you're on your own, you're going to be able to count down to yourself from 5 to 1 with your eyes closed and visualize this golden light coming down through heavens, down through your crown chakra, making you feel better. And the more better you feel in this life, or releasing all these traumas from other lives, releasing the pain of the burns and not feeling any more of the pain, allowing the pains from past lives to leave you, to feel this golden mortal suit on, which is going to protect you going forward. And you're going to feel like this newfound power you walk through life. And if you ever feel insecure or stressed or anxious, you're going to visualize this golden suit on. When you feel weak or in pain, you're going to visualize the golden light coming down inside the suit and re-energizing your entire body again, every cell lit up. You're going to bring that golden light to every cell in your body so you relax and you drift down deeper and deeper, not carrying forward the pain and the traumas of other lives with you in this life. You're going to allow yourself just to let go and know you're always protected. You have angels and guides around you. And as you drift down deeper and deeper now, your body feels so relaxed. You feel all the pain is gone, the knot in your neck is gone, your headache is gone, and you feel just this sense of almost like a euphoria, almost this sense of exhilaration. And as I count from 3 down to 2 to 1, you're going to feel this sense of immortality and confidence, this sense of strength, and you will sleep good tonight. But you're going to go to bed, you're going to feel so relaxed, so happy inside. And as you count from 3 down to 2, you're feeling happier and happier inside, more and more relaxed, more and more confident, knowing you're an immortal soul and there's just one life of many you've had. And as you go through life feeling this golden suit on, this sense of immortality, you're going to know you're immortal. And these are experiences you're learning. You don't need to carry forward the pains of other lives anymore in this life. All the traumas are fading away, the sadness from being burnt with oil. All that pain is just a memory that you grew and grew stronger from. Your experiences have made you more experienced and knowledgeable, more evolved. And you're drifting down deeper and deeper. And as you're drifting down, and we're in this room now, can we bring in anybody into the room with us? Would that be okay?
Yeah.
Okay, I want you to keep your eyes and your mind open. I want you to visualize and tell me, can we bring some angels in here?
Yes.
Okay, and I want you to just relax. And I want you to tell me what angels have come to the room with us. Who do you feel is presence?
Michael.
Okay, good. So we have Michael here. Good. Anybody else? Not that that's not enough. That obviously would be enough. But is there anybody else?
The silver-haired man is here.
Good. I'm glad he's here too. Well, let's look at Michael. And I want you just to visualize Michael in your mind. And tell me what you see. What does he look like to you?
It's very, very big.
All right, so he looks very big. What color is he glowing? What's his primary?
It's like a white light.
And how does it feel? Let me ask Michael if he put his hand on your shoulder. Can you do that for us?
Yeah.
Good. I want Michael to put his hand on your shoulder. And tell me how his energy feels. What do you feel?
Really good.
All right, let it go through your whole body. I want him to help take away some of the pain of the trauma. Can you do that for us?
Yeah.
I want him to heal and play. I want him now to place his hand on your forehead. I want his hand to grip your skull. Can he do that?
Yes.
I want him to lay his hand on top of your head. And you'll feel his palm like on your forehead. You'll feel his fingers on your head. And I want him to put some energy down in there to help heal all that has been hurt, all that trauma, all the concussions. I want him to feel and heal that. Can we do that?
Yeah.
And tell me how it feels in your mind with his hand on your forehead.
It's tingling.
Do you feel it? Does it feel tingly?
Yeah.
Does it feel like it's working and helping?
Definitely.
All right, let's keep doing that. Let's have Michael keep healing you. I want him to make your forehead feel good. So what else is it? What does your head feel like now?
It's like this tingly, sort of. It's like pressure, but it's not like a bad thing.
Okay.
It feels exactly like what happens when I do my energy work on it.
Good. So it feels kind of like a tinkling in your head, right?
Mm-hmm.
And I'm sure he's going to be healing it all through your body, through your neck, your shoulders, down to your back. I want you to feel his energy helping to heal you. And also the main thing is taking away all the trauma from past lives. Can we do that? So in this life you don't feel the pain or the trauma from those past lives? Can Michael do that for us? Does he say yes or no?
He said no.
And what did he say?
He said no.
Okay, and why is he saying no? Are you supposed to feel that in this life?
I have a few lessons.
All right, not that you don't have to have thing. Okay, what kind of? Well, I'm not saying you're going to be totally healed from anything, but what lessons does he think you need to work on in this life now? What is he saying? What lessons are you working on in this life and which ones are we working on?
I don't know.
You don't want to say it?
No, I mean, I don't.
Is he going to let you know some of the lessons or not?
No, he's not saying.
Okay. So he wants you to figure it out. Is that correct?
Yeah.
By meditation and such? Does he think you should meditate more?
Yeah.
Is that what he's saying?
Yeah, he thinks it's something that that I have the ability to figure out on my own, and it's kind of like not like a challenge, like a lesson for me to be able to figure it out on my own.
So he thinks you might get more of these answers through some deep meditation?
Yeah.
Is that correct? Okay. Now let's talk this silver-haired being. Can we do that?
Yeah.
Okay. Now what does he have any words for you today?
That I need to love myself more.
Okay. And does he feel you don't love yourself enough in this life?
Yes.
Okay. Does he have any other things you should maybe think about?
Something about trust, but it's not quite clear.
I think maybe you should trust more or trust.
It's kind of like be careful who I trust.
Okay, so maybe don't be as open all the time.
Yeah,
I mean-
I do struggle with that.
So to be more discerning maybe before you trust someone. Correct?
Yeah,
In other words, let them prove themselves to earn your trust as opposed to you just trusting automatically. Is that correct?
yeah,
So to learn how to see, well, okay, that's interesting. So something along those lines. Is that right?
yeah. It's like, it's good that I'm trusting, but I need to be more careful, essentially.
Okay, well, that makes sense. Okay. Well, let's ask this question too. Did you have your parents in other lives besides this life you're in now? The parents you have in this life, were they been in other lives for you?
Yes.
What about any brothers or sisters?
Yes.
All right, so soul, you've traveled with the same souls in some regard.
Yeah, and there's other people that I've met that have come and gone into my life that I've met before.